hundreds of Israeli soldiers descending on Jenin. A massive raid supported by airstrikes and bulldozers. Tanks on the outskirts of the city. The largest incursion into the West Bank in 2 decades, since the days of the Second Intifada.
We want to break of the camp being a safe haven for terrorists.
Easier said than done. Israeli forces facing stiff resistance. The army bulldozing its way through. Airstrikes hitting what the military said was terrorist infrastructure. Soldiers firing from nearby homes in their hunt for weapons, explosive tunnels, at what they say are militants. Palestinian authorities have condemned the raid, calling it a new war crime against our defenseless people.
فإننا نجدد مطالبتنا للمجتمع الدولي بوجوب توفير الحماية الدولية العاجلة لشعب.
In Jenin, some residents say they were overwhelmed by the sheer force of the Israeli attack.
فبيقاتلوا يعني بشعب أعزل بالصواريخ بالطيارات وبالهذا يعني مش هذا الشيء المقصود للمخيم.
The Israeli government says it's not at war with Palestinians like Zayda, but with these men, who it blames for violence against Israelis.
Our troops are battling the terrorists with unyielding resolve and fortitude while doing everything to avoid civilian casualties.
The latest raid on Jenin, building on over a year and a half of regular military operations, following a recent wave of Palestinian attacks on Israelis. But the cycle of violence only intensifying. Militant group Hamas calling on its members to strike Israel by all available means. But for those caught in the crossfire, Israel warning the operation will last as long as necessary, even if it says it doesn't want to hold ground.
We are focused on the infrastructure inside the camp. It could be hours, it could be days.
Alex, I was in Jenin just yesterday speaking to residents, and while these Israeli military raids targeting militants have become a somewhat of a sad regular occurrence over the past year or so, they say they have never seen anything like this current operation. And as night fell, at least 500 families have now been leaving the refugee camp. That's according to the Palestinian Red Crescent. Likely a fear of what the next few hours will bring, especially as the Israeli military is saying that while civilians are not their targets, this operation will continue for perhaps a day or maybe even more. Alex.